In this module, we are going to learn about different causes and impacts of transnational capitalism. World has become a global village. Multi-directional economic flows, industrial revolution, and establishment of transnational industries, increased interconnectedness of nations, increased interdependence for international products and services, global trade due to better transportation system and global communication. When we are living in a global village, we need to understand the needs and demands of the people in every parts of the world. Monopolizing any economic resource is a crime while living in a global village. Every country needs to take care of the interests of others. When we are trying to protect the mutual interests, it is for sure going to develop everybody, every nation. But if we are just focusing and concentrating on the individual interests or in the name of national interest, we are going to concentrate on our betterment. It definitely going to create the seeds of hatred and consternation against others. Expansion of capitalism led to the dominance of global capitalism. Since industrial revolution, capitalism has been the dominant ideology of the West. It was highly promoted in the 19th century. The basic idea was accumulation of wealth and maximization of profit that I have been telling you, explaining you since last many slides. Transnational capitalism was at its peak during the second industrial revolution when many technologies were developed. After the Second World War, especially, if you could see, there were three major revolutions: industrial revolution, communication revolution, and individual revolutions. It means that there were more population. More countries came into existence in Asia, Africa, and Latin America. And owing to that spread of individuals, obviously there were more business. But question is that how developing world adjusted itself in the developed world. In this global village, everybody needs to cope with the speed that comes through this process of globalization. Those who found this expansion exploitative became the members of socialist class and who believed that it was promotion of neoliberalism after World War II. They expanded growth and neoliberalism was rooted into industrialization in context of economic growth. If we see that the countries which were already developed and they have better resources to transform the raw material into finished good, they were taking the advantage of this increased interconnectedness and increased interdependence. Golden age of capitalism, if you focus on the period of 1947 to 1970, means after the Second World to the Detente period that started in 1971, is integrated as the golden period of capitalism. High global economic growth, industrial expansion in the world, capitalism made its way into periphery countries, means in the developing part of the world. Economies of socialist countries began to strengthen. This is how the economic elite and the business elite and the political elite were working integratedly in the whole world and trying to maximize the profit. International institutions, World Trade Organization, International Monetary Fund, and the World Bank also emerged after World War II. These international institutions established a new world order. Usually, it is considered that this new world order was based on more Americanization and it was focusing on the development of America. Imposition of capitalism all around the world, these institutions maintained the hegemony of Western ideology. And obviously, it was going to benefit to the economic elite. Therefore, we need to understand that it is all about economics. When any country is efficient economically, it is going to gain the fruits of globalization.